Welcome to the Visualize Meditations podcast, hosted by your friend Sasha Patil, a Chopra certified meditation teacher. The first step to creating the life of your dreams is to create a clear and compelling vision for what you want for the future. I'll be guiding you on visualization meditation so you can get clear on your deepest desires. Let's get started so you can turn your vision into a reality. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Visualize Meditations podcast. It's your gal pal Sasha. Hey, hello. What's going on? How are you guys? I'm great. That's actually a lie. I'm not doing so hot right now, but if you want to hear more about that, feel free to listen along to the solo sessions that come out every Friday where I chat about my life and personal development and story time and questions and stuff like that. But that's not what we're here for today. Today, we're here for a visualization meditation all around creativity. So you're feeling in a rut, you're feeling kind of stuck, you're feeling like you're drained, you feel like you just are all dried up and have no more ideas ever in your head. First of all, are you scrolling on social media? Because if you are, please stop. It's really hard to be creative when you're constantly bombarded with other people's thoughts, opinions, ideas, all of that. Like, how the hell are you supposed to create anything yourself when you're so influenced by other people's bullshit? Just saying, PSA. But regardless, let's get into the meditation for creative flow, creative energy. Let's get into it. You can find yourself in a comfortable seated position with your eyes closed. Let's start this practice with some deep cleansing breaths. We'll do a couple together. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Last one together. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. If anything comes up for you during meditation, if that's thoughts or feelings or distractions, just know it's a normal part of meditation. You can bring yourself back gently, recognize that it's happening, and don't worry about it. As long as you bring yourself back to the visualization, all that matters. It's a normal part of meditation. Anything that's not serving you right now, allow it to wash away. Visualize yourself in an empty room, and all the walls are white. The floor is white, the ceiling's white. And you walk into this room and you just see buckets of paint and brushes and any tool that you could ever need to paint the biggest piece of your desires. Visualize yourself taking that paint and going crazy all over this room. Just splattering on the walls, painting whatever comes to your heart, just allowing the energy to flow through you. Visualize yourself getting messy now. What kind of vibes and energy are you bringing into this creative space? How does it feel to be in this creative space? Really sit in this feeling. I want you to visualize now you're a river. And there's this big dam, and all of a sudden there's a crack in this dam, and then the dam breaks, and all of this water flows and rushes through as your creative energy. Visualize this and really sit in this feeling of all of this creative energy flow coming through you and rushing through you. How does it feel to have all this creative energy flowing through you? Sit in this feeling. Now visualize yourself in your life. What does it look like to be in the creative flow state? When this creative flow state is happening, how do you feel? What does it look like? Visualize it as if you're there right now and really tap into this feeling. Really sit in this feeling of creative flow. You can bring some gentle movement back into your body. When you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. I hope you're feeling great after that meditation. As always, this would not be the Visualize Meditations podcast if I didn't tell you to take some sort of action step right now to get from this vision to a reality. So you just visualize yourself in a creative flow. What were you doing in that flow? Were you doing some sort of practice? Were you in a state of mind? Were you in a physical location? Were you nourished? Like whatever you set up in that visualization for you to be in that creative flow, set that up in your life now. Like how can you do that right now to get into the flow of everything? So I encourage you to do it right now, because I feel like creative flow for me is when I'm working on something and I'm so in it that I forget time is passing. There is nothing that feels better than the creative flow state. When you're working on something and time is just passing and you don't realize time is passing and you're really, really enjoying your work and it's feeling really good and everything's just coming out of you in a really natural way and you're not forcing anything. For me, something I'm focusing on is flow, not forcing in my own life. So stopping, pausing, taking a second to think about it, flowing through the waves of life instead of forcing my way through the waves of life. And the same thing with my work too, like doing something that feels flowing and forcing. And of course, there is a place for discipline as well. Sometimes you have to create the discipline and the structure around when you're going to do something. And sometimes the flow is not flowing, okay? So what can you do to get yourself into that flow? Like, does it look like taking a break and stepping away? Does it look like getting some jams going and getting some music going? Does it look like getting a snack or hydrating? Or maybe if you're sitting, maybe try standing. If you're standing, maybe try sitting. Maybe try changing up your physical environment. There are so many different options for how you can get into the creative flow. Have you had a good brainstorm in a while? Have you had like a good whiteboard post-it session where you're just brain dumping everything and reorganizing it in a way that kind of makes sense that you're feeling really excited about? There's so many different options there. Anyway, every Monday is a new meditation here on this podcast. Every Wednesday, an episode of the Mastermind Moments podcast with my best friend, Josh Glanville. We get like down and dirty about goal setting, accountability, two best friends shooting the shit. And then every Friday is another solo sessions here where I chat through my life, story time, questions, personal development, stuff like that. If you want to follow along what I'm getting up to as like a digital nomad, feel free to follow along on my social media at Sasha Bazis, SAFHABAZIS. All right, y'all. We'll catch you guys next week on the Visualize Meditations podcast. Bye.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Visualize Meditations podcast. Please follow, subscribe, leave a review, all of the good things. If you want to connect more, you can find me on TikTok and Instagram at
Visualize Meditations.
So what are you waiting for? Get out there, create the life of your dreams, and we will see you next week.